Pope is dead. The throne is vacant.
The conclave begins now.
Na de dood van de paus brengen kardinalen van over de hele wereld hun stem uit in de meest geheimzinnige verkiezing ter wereld, het Conclave. Kardinaal Lawrence, gespeeld door Ralph Fiennes, moet ervoor zorgen dat alles goed verloopt, ondanks zijn eigen geloofscrisis. Conclave is geregisseerd door Edward Berger, die ook de Oscarwinnende oorlogsfilm All Quiet on the Western Front maakte. Dit is een totaal andere film. En dus waren we benieuwd hoe hij bij dit project terecht is gekomen.
So about 5 or 6 years ago, Tessa Ross, the producer, called me up and said, "Do you want to read a script? I have one by Peter Strawn." Peter Strawn is, for me, the best screenwriter in the world. He's a British colleague, and he always writes stories that are very interesting and propulsive and have a great plot. And in this case, it's about the election of a new pope. A pope has died, and we go behind the closed doors of the Vaticaan. It's sort of a thrilling ride on how to select the next spiritual leader in the world. And it felt like a page-turner when I read it. I was immediately enthralled. The characters were great, the plot was great, it had many twists and turns that surprised me. But also, there's a second layer underneath it. Because Peter is a really soulful man, is a very soulful writer, and there's a speech that Ray Fiennes' character gives after 30 minutes. It's about doubt. It's about doubt of if he's the right person, doubt in his faith, if he's the right person running this conclave, if he's even in the right place. And I can very much identify with that. And I thought, like a lot of people in the audience will probably be able to identify with the feeling of doubt in their lives.
No sane man would want the papacy.
The men who are dangerous are the ones who do want it.
That sounds ominous.
De Rooms-Katholieke Kerk is een van de machtigste kerken ter wereld. En toch is het Edward en zijn team gelukt om de personages zeer herkenbaar neer te zetten.
Well, I really like placing these cardinals on earth. After all, they're men. They're mortal men. They are like you and I. They're humans. And I love the contrast of modernity versus the archaic. I love breaking those images. I love them having iPhones. I love them vaping. I love them smoking. And the Pope ends up in a plastic body bag, like all of us, and I really linger on that because I wanted to accentuate that the Pope is just like a person, you and I. And every person in power is a person that's going to have their weaknesses no matter how strong they pretend to be.
I wonder if I could have a word in private.
You look anxious. Everything under control.
How has this been kept a secret for so long? We'll never find a candidate who doesn't have any kind of black mark against them.
Although we sisters are supposed to be invisible, God has nevertheless given us eyes and ears.
Als kijker zitten we te gast bij het conclave. Dus we vroegen ons af in hoeverre dit overeenkomt met de werkelijkheid.
We did a lot of research to find out what goes on behind these closed doors. Because obviously no one's going to tell you. No cardinal can tell you. If they would tell you, they would be, thrown out of the church. And we talked to cardinals, but they said, sorry, my hands are tied. But we had religious advisors, we had theologists, we had a wonderful religion teacher on set every day who helped us with the rituals, because I was very interested in the details of, how is this vote cast? Like, how do they hold it above their heads? Do they hold it in their hands? How are their hands held? What does the urn look like? What is the procedure behind? And a large part of it is true. We were able to ascertain it. But essentially, I don't find it that important if everything is true. I think we create a reality. Star Wars isn't true, and yet we go watch it and think, oh, we get to escape into the reality of that. And we wanted to take you by the hands behind these closed doors of the conclave that we're usually not able to witness, give you a thrilling ride, a page-turner of a movie, a fun movie to watch, but with a lot of detail that you know nothing about, and take you into a reality that might or might not be true, but for those 2 hours, it is the reality that you live. And that's the main important thing about movie making, I think.
Het lijkt op papier misschien een saaie film, toch zit je tot het einde op het puntje van je stoel.
Why did the Holy Father, in his last official act as Pope, choose me to run this conclave?
The reasons would become clear soon enough.